Hello, my name is Jason Whiting, and I will be your professor for those of you getting your Master's in Education from Augustana. This is the EDU 615 Technology and Education class. Please, just call me Jason. I am a teacher, just like you. I am lucky enough that I get the opportunity to help you guys through this technology and education journey. I do not have my doctorate, so please don't call me Dr. Whiting. And Professor Whiting, I mean, that's fine, but really, Jason is better. I'm really no different than you guys. So, a little bit of history about myself as far as my education. I received my bachelor's in elementary education from Augustana. I was a non-traditional student, so I was 27 when I went back, overloaded all my classes, got 4 years done in 3. And when I graduated Augustana, I was hired in Sioux Falls, South Dakota as a 4th grade teacher at Hayward Elementary, which is a Title I building. Goes between 90 and 100% free and reduced lunch as far as all the students go. In year 3 of teaching, I decided to get my master's. I enrolled at USF and received my master's in educational technology and leadership. And then a year and a half ago, I decided to get my educational specialist degree in administration. So someday I have the hopes of being an administrator, which is interesting because I spent probably the first 4, maybe 5 years of my teaching career saying that I wanted nothing to do with being an administrator. And now I find myself kind of being drawn to that area. I am entering my 9th year teaching. All have been in the Sioux Falls School District. I am currently a middle school computer science teacher at Patrick Henry. I teach 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. I teach what's called ICT, which is Information and Communications Technology, which used to be the typing class. We are no longer the typing class. We focus on digital citizenship and how we can help our students be more responsible in the digital world. We're teaching computer programming, how to use a bunch of different presentation tools, how to use online research appropriately. So we went away from the keyboarding and went more towards being responsible digital citizens. I also teach CTE, which is Career Tech Ed. Also has some technology areas to it, but it's more in the industrial side. We do some AutoCAD, small engines, flight. So I get a little bit of mixture of both. My main classroom is a computer lab. Otherwise, my CTE has a big production lab with the bandsaws and all those things that go with tech ed. So that's a little bit about my teaching history. This is my 14th time teaching the EDU 615 class for Augustana. I am the lead instructor on it, so the other teachers teach my class as I have it laid out, so that the students are getting similar content. If you have friends who have taken this class before, there are going to be some things that are similar if you've talked to them, but there are going to be some things that are different. Based on my feedback, I'm always trying to adjust the class and change it. I believe that I learn a lot of information from the feedback that I get from you guys, so I'm always trying to improve this class. So something about my district as far as technology goes. We are a 1-to-1 district with Chromebooks from grade 3 through 12. So all of our 3rd through 12th graders have 1-to-1 Chromebooks. 3rd through 8th, the Chromebooks stay in the buildings, but our high schools, they're able to let their students take the Chromebooks home. Our K through 12, they try to have at least 15 iPads available in each classroom, so roughly half of the class. It's like a 2-to-1 ratio. And this is our 6th year being 1-to-1, I believe. We are a Google Apps district, as is Augustana. So with the Chromebooks, obviously it's the Chrome browser. So we rely heavily on all the different apps that Google offers. You will get to use them in this class. It is the basis of the class. Most of our stuff will be turned in on Google Classroom, although the grading itself will be reported on Moodle. So when we're talking about this class, I always want to tell you the why of this class. As somebody who has taken many, many online courses throughout my master's and my ed specialist degree, I absolutely hate busy work. I know that our lives are crazy busy, especially for this group, because we're going to be starting at the beginning of the school year, and all the chaos that goes with that. So please understand that every single assignment that I have you do, I want it to relate to exactly something that you're doing in your classroom. I want it to be relevant to what you're doing. I do not want it to be busy work. I have multiple purposes behind each assignment. Right? You're going to be given a lot of tools and a lot of things to think about. And in the world of technology, you'll understand that things are changing all the time. There are so many tools out there to do so many different things. Please try not to get overwhelmed. I'm exposing you to some things. That does not mean that I expect you to use all of these tools every day for the rest of your teaching career. Pick the ones that work. I want this, like I said, to be relevant to your classroom. The assignments that we do, I don't want you to reinvent the wheel. I want you to take current lesson plans that you have and integrate the technology into it. I want you to take a look at your current teaching practices and try to decide if you're integrating things the right way. I'm going to give you a different way to look at technology and how you integrate it. So please understand, it may come off like there's a lot of work to be done, but even some of the big assignments like the Google Apps web quest that we do, we work on it the entire time, all 7 weeks. I open the class on day 1. I open all 7 weeks, so you are free to work ahead, work at your own pace. The only thing that is required weekly are the forums. And I try to make that as simple as possible, and I try to make sure that those forums, again, are not busy work, that they require you to think about your teaching practices and see how it fits into your everyday life. And because we are online, the forum is the closest thing we have is to interaction. We don't get that face-to-face, but I always feel like I get a good read for all of you by the time the 7 weeks are done by reading through your forums and your responses. So what do I want from this class? Although I'm the instructor in this class, I learn a ton every time I teach this. There are resources out there that I don't know about, and I learn about new ones every time I teach, because what I'm finding is the teachers that take this, you guys are extremely resourceful. You have exposure to things that I don't, and that's amazing. So I want to learn more things. I learn just as much as you do from this class. So I look forward to getting to know each of you in the best way that we possibly can through an online class without meeting in person. Just know that if you ever need some FaceTime, we have options. We can do a Google Hangout, we can Skype, we can FaceTime, we can do all these different things that allow us, even as a group, to get together and talk through questions or anything that has to do with an assignment, or just a resource night, which I've done in the past, where we get together on a Skype and we share resources. Not required, but if needed, absolutely can set that up. So I look forward to this class. I look forward to learning. I look forward to getting to know each one of you, and I hope that you have a wonderful start to the school year, and that you learn some things. Have a great day.